Alright, hello there YouTube. This is Mr. Pokemon 907 here and welcome to this is now episode 31 or should be of my Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak playthrough. Alright, so the previous episode I took on Anjanath. I've been building my Zinogre outfit off screen, the armor for Zinogre, and I just completed that today. I've got a lot to do, a lot to show you, a lot of stuff that I left for, recording on screen, for playing on screen. Instead of doing everything off screen, I'm going to be upgrading here. I'm going to be upgrading the armor that I just got. And I'm going to be showing you just how low the odds were for the item that I needed to craft this armor and why that is crazy. Alright, I'm going to be explaining to you why that is insane. Alright, so waiting for this to check the DLC content in game is a lot, so it isn't a whole freaking expansion. It's practically a game here it's scanning through, so give it some time. Alright. This looks a little blurred to me, color washed out. Other things, the reason why I usually turn my brightness down on this thing. Let's see here. So yeah, I think that's a lot better, to be honest. This is too dark for y'all, way too dark. So I'm just gonna leave this around here. I think that is perfect, to be honest. Yeah, around here. Maybe here, yeah. Just so that the colors could pop a bit more and you have more natural shadows and stuff like that. Wanting something to be too bright is just retarded. Play any video game that doesn't have good lighting, that has too much lighting, and you're still gonna complain about it, trust me. And this is a cam recording, so I should have a full control over that, right? Alright, so I've got the full Zinogre outfit, and this thing was hell to get. Let me show you exactly why. So you can instantly go here, large monsters, and over to materials, and the Zinogre plate, right? And press A. As you can see, there's this 5%, 7% stuff under carbs. Alright, so there's a 5% chance of getting it as just a target reward, like after slaying and or capturing it. That's 5%. Only 5%. The other 95% is a miss. Then if you capture it, there's a 5% chance. Alright? Then if you break a part off of it, like if you break a part, sometimes the part drops off as an item you can pick up. 7%. And carving is like when you slay the monster and you're carving off of it after it dies. 7%. Drop to materials. This is nothing to do with broken parts or anything. 3%, people. Alright? 3 freaking percent. This is high rank fighting. I fought Zinogre today, maybe it isn't like 12 o'clock yet, right? Yeah, I fought Zinogre today like maybe 7 times. I kid you not. 6 or 7 times. That is insane, Capcom. What the fuck? It makes it impossible, almost impossible. It's just that I'm not a fool, so I still, I thought of this. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done off screen, or else this series would end up being like 100 and something episodes, maybe 200 and something episodes. And who has time for that shit, right? Just most episodes would be me fighting one monster over and over just for a freaking armor set. No way. Alright, so now that I got that out the way, deliveries, and this one could be completed a dango a day. She wanted some materials and we have them. Thanks so much for the so much for the materials. I know I asked the right person. This pharmaceutical stuff is so hard. Even if someone reads it to me, my head still ends up spinning. I think I've got this a bit loud. I'm gonna put this, I think, around here, yeah. But I'll keep at it so I can keep everyone in the village, so I can help everyone in the village stay healthy. And after a little studying, I tweaked the ingredients. The result came out so well, I had to put them on the menu. They're good for you, and they're tasty, so make sure you try some next time. I was promising that at some point I would actually use Dango just to show the cutscene, for the series, for the YouTube series' sake. But I think I'm gonna do that like after I finish, you know, the DLC and the way that life is looking right now, and you know, the Earth, and you know, things could happen just off the, you know, it's instantly, you know, like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, yada yada. I think that's going to be a very different environment. I may end up recording that, you know, like the after DLC content. Like I was saying that maybe I would use Dango maybe once or twice to show the different animations, the character, how they eat and stuff like that. Just to have that in this series, I mean. Alright, so forge or upgrade, I'm upgrading my armor, and this one, so I'm upgrading all of them, so I need like just 40 each. So all the all the collecting those items every single mission pays off, because look, I've still got enough advanced armor spears for these that I could just do this, and that one is maxed out. Good. Wait, whoa, I just, right, so confirm. And this one needs 40 each as well. Yeah. All right. Confirm. Whoa. All right, so there's only 2 levels going up, then another 40. Good, from level 1. So straightforward. 4. Another 4. And yeah. So now each is 66. That is what this was. So now I'm actively leaving what I call the bonus early game handicap, because now there's an armor you can get in the game that is actively 66. Although this is still better because these are 66 at level 1. So I'm reaching there, but I'm not there yet. These are maxed out, and these only reached what this armor gives you at level 1. So now I could actively use these and not be, I'd say, like attack boost earplugs to like protect you from roars of monsters and stuff like that. It's still kind of handicapped, I'd say. These abilities are like maybe possibly too useful to not be, you know, still some sort of handicap on it. Flinch free, not prevents you from getting knocked back by the monster sometimes. Hell no. Hell freaking no. Alright, so now that I got that out the way, the next monster I'm going to be going for right here is Rathalos, Rathian, whichever it is there. And I think both of them have the same weaknesses. So Thunder Blight and Paralysis. The Thunder and Paralysis weapon that I've been using for the longest while is the best bet on this thing. So let me just see here a minute. Forge or upgrade, Forge weapon. So the Thunder section, I'd need another Zenoga plate. Now that thing is too effing rare, so I don't even see myself getting this anytime soon. It's not really as effective either way because it's only Thunder. The weapon that I already have is Thunder and Paralysis, right? So yeah, this is looking a bit dark, ain't it? Yeah, so I'd have to balance my brightness that it isn't fully darkened. Let me see. I think that's fine. Sadly, I can't have the realistic shadowing effect. Yeah, alright, so there's reasons. I could before, and with no issues, but now all of a sudden, even your camera is being limited these days, man. Some people might be able to guess what I'm using for camera by now. Where the hell are you? Smithy is that? It should have yeah, it should have a highlight that it has both Thunder and Paralysis. It shows both of them, right? It's somewhere up here. It was this, I think. Oh, Apnosom. And my Thunder and Paralysis weapon is Kezu, I think. Yeah. So these already, I'd say, maxed out for what they can be, but that's only 150. And this is going to be a rank 7 monster, but hey, it causes paralysis. I'm not bad at all with this game, so I think I'm still going to be fine. But we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because this is the last before I make it now to rank 7, and rank 7 is the last ranking needed before DLC. A lot is going to happen in this episode for sure. I'll make sure of that, you know, healthy content wise. Alright, so I'm going to definitely still turn you down. But this is still ending up so dark is like weird, man. It makes no sense to me right now. Alright, so high rank, and I'm going for it. This is Rathalos. I can go for either Toby Kadachi, Nargacuga, or Rathalos. These are stress. I mean, I'm good enough to handle them, but they're gonna take way more time to take down for me. I don't know about y'all, than a freaking Rathalos. Rathalos is nothing for me, man. So let's go. And it's weak to both Thunder and Paralysis. My items are fine. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get rank 7 unlocked here, and you know, path to Sunbreak. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright. So grab these, the usual shit. I'm using my Joy-Con 2 controllers, not my Joy-Con 1s. So there's like I realize there's some slight delay in these things compared to the Switch 1 controllers for sure, especially in handheld mode, I'd say. Television mode, I think things are a lot better now. The input timing is a lot better. The latency is a lot better. So not as much an issue, but definitely the Switch 1 controllers still win here, input speed wise and stuff like that. So this is obviously way too dark, and when I turn it up, you see all the, I call it unnatural glare. It looks, you can see it's a camera. That's what I've been trying to avoid for the longest while, but it's not easy. So if I turn this all the way down, you can't see a thing, right? That was not the case before. I'm not sure why, but it is really bad now. I don't know if cameras eventually lose the ability to capture brightness. I don't know what it is, but it's not supposed to be looking at this bad. The camera is the programming in this camera has been changed drastically since the last update, and it is pissing me off. I can't even use video filters anymore, so I'm really annoyed with what they did. They made it now that you have to get the same effect or around the same effect now. I have to be turning my brightness, like I'd say midway, because that's what I have here. My camera used to take in light a lot easier than this, but I don't know. I guess they have their reasons, right? Branding or whatever the hell. NSA shit make it that people's cameras aren't so easily able to detect dark objects. Maybe it's against all the UFO footage that's been getting out, I don't know, all across the world. They're making it more difficult now for people to capture stuff, let me just say, with their phones and devices and cameras. Everything got updates. This world is, like, everything is becoming too obvious. If you get how I mean. This is still gonna happen, but this is lovely, believe it or not. This is realistic. There's a lot of games that do this and people don't complain, but I don't know. Like the only veer you can see, literally the only veer you can see is around where this little sprite is, lighting the cave for us, and it gives more immersion. It gives a more immersive effect to the game, stuff like that. I prefer that, but I don't know. You'll say, this is dark as hell. What's he doing? This is fine. This area is totally fine. You can see everything quite well, can't you? Right? Definitely, this is the best I've been able to get my cam to look recording this after this dying update. It's not looking totally like a blurred 2007 camera. It's not looking like a camera as much, but it's still you can still see that effect, and that's what I've been running from or trying to run from. So yeah, just grabbing these spirit birds, and you know, this is the most annoying thing about this Monster Hunter. The reason why a lot of people stop playing it is very tedious. It's very ridiculous. You start a mission in other Monster Hunter games. Your health is where it's supposed to be, and that's it. You just focus on finding where the monster is and starting your hunt. In this game, you literally have to run around and collect spirit birds to get your health to its maximum that it can be at that point. So if you're supposed to have in game 250 value of health, you start a mission with, I'd say, 100 value of health, and you've got to run around collecting the freaking spirit birds to get that 250, and as well for your energy bar and stuff, like how much energy you have to keep attacking without getting tired, stuff like that. This is a bunch of shit, to be honest. Like, I understand a lot of, like, there's a game for everyone out there, right? Like, some people like this, some people prefer World, but World could get a lot, like, really boring for me, because like the skill after playing this, I'd say especially after playing Rise, like, and playing through the entirety of Rise Sunbreak, because that's what I did. I mean, you know, it's been a while now. This is going to be way too easy for me, to be honest. I'm 15 minutes in and still just rattling off, you'd see. But look at this, man. You see that bar up there is brown? Those brown pieces are going to be filled in when I use my well done steak, you know, like the meat in the game. Other than that, no way. It is not at its peak yet. That's Rathalos. That's our target. I know the routes really well. Like, look at it. There's another one up here. I'm getting the energy where it shall, not where it shan't. But I never rush myself to fight a monster until I get the bars up. There's a reason for that, because once you're fighting, um, and you don't have the maximum, you know, like, especially in master rank, you'll see soon enough when we get there. When I say we, I'm referring to you viewers and I. All right, when we get there, you'll see what I mean. It's like you're like asking for death then, because like you'd be trying to dodge a V or whatever. The monsters are way more aggressive. They're like way more better planned. Even rank 7, I'd say, is like the beginning of master rank difficulty, because the monsters are way more intelligent. They don't miss the moves. They're not like lazy waiting for you to hit them, and you don't have any energy bar pushed up as yet. You find yourself not able to move after a combo, especially Jewel Blades, and you just get pummeled. You can't get away. You've got to use your wire bug, and some of their moves are designed to snag you even when whilst you're trying to, you know, like, use this wire bug pull. You still get hit, especially Zinogre. So like, I nearly fainted a lot of times. I fought Zinogre like 7 times and didn't faint once. Like, I'm that good. The only faints you see me getting, I got 2 faints in this game so far, and I'm at rank 7, and both of those were in Rampage quests. One of them before is because I didn't have a good armor. I was rushing myself, and I was in. I think there were like 4 big monsters in the area, and I kind of misjudged being hit by the. I wasn't watching some of them properly, and there was a feint there. And then at the one of the previous episodes, I think episode 30. Yeah, episode 30. Episode 29. I was fighting Wind Serpent Ibushi, and I tried like jumping through the rocks, and I literally, you know, sometimes when you're that skilled, there's a lot of things you maybe should know that you end up not knowing because you never had to struggle through them. But I freaking I'd say tried wire bugging through the rocks. I did not know that the rocks are deadly. Like, you touch them, it's death. Right, and I tried, you know, jumping through them to get to the other side of the area, and like that I could, you know, harness I could use one of the machine guns, and that I set up, and it was instant death. I knew then to avoid the freaking rocks and just shoot him. So that's just an example, all right? Like, so I've already got the experience through master rank, fighting the monsters and stuff. But you know, who goes back to the freaking I think the only armors that I don't have built, the Ibushi and stuff like that, because no, not because they're impossible to beat or difficult. I just didn't care. Like, you know, I'm skilled enough. I'd rather have like a normal monster or a risen monster armor, and that's it. I think I'm fine now. I think this is it. So now, yeah, my episodes end up being about an hour, so definitely have a lot of time for this bitch. So let's go, and it's definitely out this way. I don't think Rathalos is going to be moving again anytime soon. Rathalos is just on the outskirts of this cave entrance. So this is it right here. I'd say my health right now and my energy bar are both decent enough for me. And along the way, I could easily end up running up on another spare bird right here. So somewhere around this vicinity. So right, Rathalos is right just out here somewhere. And yeah, there we go. You ugly bitch. that was a gorgeous snag there, ear snag for my I call it the monk to slash combo. Watch it. Missing inputs. I was trying to do it again just now, and yeah. So I really should be using my Switch 1, because this is a Switch 1 game, actually, and I'm running this in handheld mode on the Switch 2. So the the easy way to put it is, when you're using a Switch 1 game, it is best to use the Switch 1 accessories, because the system is emulating, Switch 2 emulates Switch 1 games. It runs them a lot better because of emulation, but at the same time, controllers and stuff, you would have way better button input speed using the Switch 1 controllers. So if you never had a Switch 1, you're at a disadvantage. Whoa, and my armor is upgraded, so imagine. All right, peeps. All right, I thought this was going to be easy, but definitely not. I risked being hit there as a test, and that is devastating, man. My health was like my health was raptured, man. This is not good. I think there also, yeah, so some spare birds boost your defense, boost your attack. You get major disadvantages from not collecting them. This game is dying ridiculous. I don't know who came up with the idea for the gimmicks in this game, but I think they were on some crack or something, because this is not Monster Hunter. This is literally something else. I don't know if to compare this with Devil May Cry, or I think this is more Devil May Cry X Monster Hunter than just Monster Hunter, man. Oh, fuck. Where did you come from? So, yeah, this game is going to get insane. And I mentioned it in some episode before that as I go through Master Rank, before I could have done 2 episodes at a time and upload 2 episodes. One episode is literally going to take the entirety. It's going to take me fighting one monster and taking it down. It's could take an hour to take down 40 minutes. So this series is going to become really short on time. So I'm going to be uploading, I'm going to be recording, and doing some other series alongside this, and maybe I would end up, just any day during the week I'm doing these episodes. I would end up just doing some weekend episodes, and when my other episodes are going up, and as I ease my way down through Master Rank, because some weekends I might not even end up doing episodes, because I have to spend time off screen chaining some Master Rank monster for its materials to build the armor I need that I could continue the series. So it's gonna be a while before I finish the DLC. This is the easy part, but Master Rank is gonna be hell. Okay, when I say hell, I mean hell. Especially when I get to, oh Jesus God. Especially when I get to certain monsters. I'm not saying the names in this game. Holy shit. And this is not even base how you just fight the monster. I'm using a freaking Palamute here for transport and running around this thing. Although you use the same technique in Wells, you use the sacred. You call them sacred. That's how you pronounce it. It's based on the word sacred, and the crit part is crits, critical hit. Very intelligent. I like it. There's stuff like that about Capcom that I like a lot. There's creativity everywhere, but then they just go insane, like a freaking madman in a madhouse that got out somehow and created a video game. I'm sorry, Capcom, but that's how a lot of your games are. They're just overdone. A lot of people like that sort of game, but it kind of kills in these days when you have I am sorry, but I think especially after COVID, a lot of people died so randomly. The age group just shrunk for some people, my generation and stuff. And now you have more casual gamers that's why the gaming industry is struggling so much as well. You have way more people who are now getting into video games than people who were in for the majority of their life. I guess because also my age group grew up on the more intense titles, already have children and stuff. I don't have any, luckily for me, I guess. But the point is, there are less gamers right now that are intense. So making a game excessive is definitely going to cut its sales. People were playing this and they literally left this game and went back to World. And World came out was that a 20? Oh, when that was a while ago that World launched for consoles, and World is so freaking old, man. And people are still, even in 2026 today, people are still playing World, and World is freaking old as hell. It has a DLC as well. It has Iceborne, yada yada, stuff like that. It's a really good game, but it is old. So a lot of the gimmicks and stuff, animations even in this game are 10 times better. The action is way more intense. It's way cooler, I do admit. It's way cooler. Slingshot my ass. Slingshot my foot. I give a shit about slingshots. The slingshot, yeah, so that's just my learned muscle memory, agility. I know how to dodge, I know what it's gonna do pretty much. But yeah, how I just dodged that fireball earlier. But yeah, like the fact that people are dying avoiding this game proves that they can't handle it. It's not because it's a bad game, it's because they literally can't handle it. They can't get it done. So Capcom, you need to go back to the drawing board, and I'm quite sure that's why also we're getting so many delays. Gamescom happened. We didn't see another we didn't see another trailer for Ascendance, Monster Hunter Wales. We saw nothing so far for Monster Hunter. They showed Outlanders, and I think they're scared to show. I think it's possible they're getting a lot of difficulty as well, like program wise. I'm not sure. I'm not proving anything here. I'm not, getting my videos judged or taken down. I'm not saying anything I shouldn't be saying. Anything of the sort. How can I? But I'm definitely saying I'm quite sure they're having technical difficulties and they're trying to be quiet about it, because I'm going to tell you why. In the last, I'd say 5 years, the tech industries, especially the video game industry, has been rushing things when it comes to technology, especially Sony. So, every computer has a limit for video RAM and stuff, and the PlayStation 5 has been created to be a test on next gen technologies, all right? Like technologies that shouldn't be here yet, but we already have, as like a beta. So the PlayStation 5 is a beta, believe it or not. That's why the fan sounds like a jet next to your television. It is using a lot of energy just to keep itself cool, yada yada. So Wells now was one of their major beta test programs, the graphics, the environment, the amount of memory the game needs, and this is what proves that they definitely overdid it with that freaking game. You could have a beastly, powerful, alright, so it's definitely going outside after this piece of shit. So you could have a beastly, powerful as hell computer PC, gaming PC, and it would still have like memory issues. Ask anyone at all who plays Monster Hunter, they could tell you a full story about this thing. Some people booting up the game, and because of the graphical glitches, the game like loads like Nintendo 64 looking polygons. In 2026, the glitches, the game just went full berserk, ignorant, all right? I mean, fully. It was a disaster, all right? And I guess they learned the lesson, and they made patches in the recent years, especially the most recent patch. They changed the programming in the game to kind of like take away the overload of the memory. So a lot of animations and stuff, things were changed that you would never imagine. The game still looks pretty much the same, right? But they changed a lot to do with the code. They were trying to make the game run as like a real world. Like, I know how I mean, I know what I'm talking about. You might not get what I'm saying right off the, like, right away, but yes, I'm telling you, they overdid it with this game, with that game. This is right, Sunbreak, my bad. And it was only after the sales dropped that they really, I'd say, told themselves that they have to do something. Because people stopped buying the game, people stopped playing, people went back to World, people played something else, and the sales tanked. And this is when they got scared, alright? The game now, Wells isn't as difficult, alright, as this game. Like, by far, everyone says that. That's the truth as well, right? No, it isn't as difficult as this game, but you make a game that is ahead of its time, like memory-wise, it's like, it takes a lot of RAM to the point that a gaming PC can't even play it, like, comfortably. You have a problem, alright? Because then more people who are looking to buy the game can't even rich or not. It's not about pricing either. You could have, like I just said, the best PC on the market, literally, and it still had issues with performance because the game was overdone. Alright? So that was their issue. This game was overdone with difficulty, and Wells was overdone with technology. So, alright, so now I have all that explained. I got that out the way, right? So I got that out the way. the game was programmed, it was overdone programming wise. Alright, so they found a way to fix that for the base game. But if the game itself is already so fragile and you're looking to pound another maybe 10 or 15, because who's to tell you that the DLC they're working on Ascendance isn't massive as well? You're looking to pound another game on top of that. The performance is going to dip again. Like, literally, like, unless you're some sort of like programming genius, and sadly a lot of those people already either died, passed away because they were the older generation, and this generation is way less skilled because this earth has been encouraged into freaking laziness. All right, sadly that's the sad truth. All right, a lot of the people who were designing games and computer programs and stuff, you know, that gave us our privilege of having quality video games and movies and whatever else, are dead, either dead or retired. I kid you not. If they're not retired, they're at least giving the freaking steering wheel to some younger audience, some younger people, and just supervising. And that's why everything is chaos right now. Monster Hunter Wilds could have been a way better game, but we have some. Look at the guy who worked on it. Thankfully for us, luckily for us, things could have been worse, because the guy, Monster Hunter, at least the majority of the gaming industry is literally going to die and have to rebirth. I kid you not. But at least the Monster Hunter community is lucky, because the guy that worked on, I'd say, for Ultimate Generations, Ultimate older titles like Monster Hunter 3 and stuff, he worked on those teams. He wasn't the director by then, those years back, but he's still young. I'm getting that. He's still a young guy, and he still has promise for being able to do a lot of good work. So that's the luck that the Monster Hunter community has. At least the games is still going to be fine. But at the same time, a lot of people who helped him, a lot of older guys and stuff in that agency, that industry, let me just say industry, excusez-moi, are leaving. All right, so the tanking, the terrible performance that Wells suffered, this game being excessively difficult because they weren't working with common sense. They were just working with, oh, what's going to be the coolest thing, what they like. They didn't balance the game properly. You'll see when I get into master rank just how insane this game is. All right, I think I need a better armor. Holy shit. Because all right, so what I'm gonna do, I spoke enough, and I told you the game itself was very fragile, like program code wise, and then they're adding a new DLC on top of that fragility. So I'm worried about the freaking game right now. We don't have as skilled as, I'd say, as senior developers right now in the industry. Not as many working that could do, you know, like maybe they're getting old, man. Honestly, right? People are then realizing just how crisp the quality was. A lot of cartoons and video games and movies and stuff in the past did, and they're asking elders to come back and help them. Like, look at Orbitals that just did give a creative voice video the other day, and it's making it obvious now. All right, but I'm not one of those elders, and you want to know, you might be questioning and wondering, pondering if I'm one of them. I'm 31. All right, I'm kind of young, kinda. That is the point here. We got stuck in a rut in this generation because that older generation was holding the steering wheel a bit too long, I believe, and that's what killed us. I think the creative industries, the older generation. I got the freaking teal. Nice, man. That is way better than you might think, man. That teal is valuable as hell. As you know, good. All right, so that is, I think, what killed us. That what damaged the video game industry, the movie industry as well. This older generation wanted to keep their position. I think a bit too long. They did, and now my generation isn't experienced enough to handle what the hell is going on. We're going into a new age, and they're still not ready for it. So I'm worried. I'm worried about Monster Hunter Rise Ascendance. I mean, yeah, you could say that I'm just being a negative, but everything is adding up. Like, it's common sense, man. The game is like fragile. The game isn't programmed the best for this era. They kind of pushed it too far, and to the point that literally the only system, I think it was agreed to by Sony, because Sony PlayStation in the recent decades, they've only been creating video games that do not belong to them. They've been milking off of graphics, because for decades A lot of games were only able to run on either Microsoft Xbox consoles or PlayStation consoles because they had the stronger GPU, they had the better graphics engines and stuff like that. And yeah, and Sony was milking off of that. So like Street Fighter 6 and stuff for a while was exclusive to Sony. No, it isn't. All right. So Sony is losing money every time someone thinks about picking up a Switch 2 instead of a PS5. Sony lost money. So by the time I'd say Monster Hunter Wilds launched, Sony got so greedy it isn't funny. They literally had Sony had, not anymore, but Sony had a lot of influence over the Sony PlayStation had a lot of influence over the video gaming industry because they could have designed games for their system, and then anything else comes after. And that is what killed the Monster Hunter Wilds, and I say killed the video game industry. A lot of games now are being, especially Monster Hunter Wilds, being patched that they could run better on PC. Like, yeah, it was just greed, I tell you. If you knew nothing about this, I'm speaking. I usually talk about just the game, but you know, this episode right here. So what the frick is this ruffian? But I'm gonna explain it for you what the hell is going on. Sony's been a greedy bitch, and that is what I'd say damaged the potential for the industry right now. The Monster Hunter is one of the most well-known series, most influential games. Like, people literally are, there are people who never got a Nintendo Wii way back then, and when Monster Hunter 3 launched and that thing, the sales skyrocketed for Nintendo Wii. People got a Nintendo Wii just so that they could play 3. I kid you not. People got a PlayStation 3 just so that they could play Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, and they imported it, and you know, when it was modified and stuff like that, they could play it, right? When World came out, people got a PS4 just so that they could play World, okay? So I'm kidding, and I kid you not, it affects a system big time. So the fact that Wilds, I almost said Rise, was announced for Switch 2, Sony is panicking. The game forcibly then had to be programmed and reprogrammed in these patches that it does not take as much memory leeway, stuff like that. So that's the major problem here. The game has been created for PS5 exclusively. I know how I mean, program-wise, code-wise, and Sony's been a greedy bitch, and what? Great Rogi and Rathalos end up being rivals? Turf War? Holy shit, no. Rogi is so weak compared to Rathalos. This is insane. I'd understand something like Rathalos and Zinogre because that happens, right? But this, no freaking way, man. This is hilarious. It's freaking hilarious. Gotcha. And then another, good. And then that was easy, right? Finishing move already. Yeah, you know, years of practice. Don't question it. All right, so the freaking industry is in danger, man, because they're less experienced. They're doing a lot of shit, I'd say. And I'm speaking as though I'm maybe, but I'm one of those, they call them prodigies. Like, I'm really intelligent for my age. So I speak as though I'm 40 or 50. I'm freaking 31, all right? But anyways, they're doing a bunch of shit. And, you know, it's all about money for them. That's all we've been, my generation, sadly, all we've been encouraged to focus on is money. We never focused on quality of life as much. The Rathalos shell emanates an ability befitting the ruler of the skies. Whoa, I didn't even realize it was down. I missed my freaking combo potential here. Alright, so I think I'm still gonna get it off. Barely. Took some damage. But yeah, like, that's the problem here, right? Like, they were focusing on money and they said, alright, we've got to push this for PlayStation 5 to hell with the others. But I mean, majority of the market base, and they should have been able to see this, is PC. There are a lot of people who only game on PC because it's more convenient. You've got your programs on there. Maybe they work at home and they don't have, you know, like all the time to be jumping maybe even downstairs or to a television. They want everything on one system, and I could understand that, although that's a big risk as well. Some of them see that and go get a console still, but a lot of people play on freaking PC, alright? And that damaged them, man. It's like, you can't be greedy with the same people that, you know, give you your money, if you get what I'm saying. Oh, just buy a PlayStation 5. It's been I'm gonna spell it out. Sadly, is the raw case. Like Sony lost so much money since the Switch 2 was even announced to be a thing before it even started selling, because people like a Nintendo system is gonna be powerful enough. They had rumors already out that Cyberpunk 2077, all of that was rumored, believe it or not. Like people knew already, and instantly the stock, the value, and everything. So I'd say Monster Hunter Wilds is the last cry for Sony, like quite literally, and they literally programmed the game that the PlayStation 5 was the only console you can play Wilds on with stability. All right, and yeah, so a game being that bad, programmed for one console, and then all of a sudden having a DLC packed on top, they're having issues. There's a 65% chance. I sound like an android. I'm not an AI. I promise you. I'm a living, breathing person. It's just that I live on a Caribbean island called Barbados, so it's going to be quite difficult to track me. Whatever you people do over there, there's a lot of weird shit in 2026. But yes, I'm a person. Okay, I'm not a. You might see me show up on a dot like in the middle of the ocean. This island is fucking tiny. All right, this island is 166 square miles. All right, that's what they say. I'm quite sure it's smaller than that. That was just a Freemason thing, like, the number 66. But this island is tiny as fuck. So I could understand a lot of you people thinking I'm an AI and I'm not real, but I'm real, and I'm telling you, Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendants probably, I do hope it isn't cancelled. I hope they find a way to get this to work, because we do not have, so long story short, we do not have, I'd say, Monster Hunter Wilds is a game that should have been launched in, I'd say, maybe 2028, when the first, I'd say, base quantum chip computers become portable, or 2029 even, alright? Monster Hunter Wilds was not supposed to be created yet, but the PlayStation 5 has so much RAM leeway that they still created it, and then it launched it on PC. That's why there's something called frame gen. The system is not actually pushing 60 hertz. It just literally copies the images over again in a very intelligent way, calling it frame generation. That's why computers had so much trouble, because they're not like, their hardware isn't developed to have, like, it's 42 minutes in, alright, and I'm still fighting this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Alright, this game is going to get insane. Insane. I should have stayed with my freaking defender weapons, man. I should have stayed with them. Alright, so let's see. I'm doing combos. I got this thing's tail off, and it's still giving me trouble. This is insane. Alright, so I think it went back into the cave depths, so that's what it did. Quite sure. So I'm gonna find my way over here. Down this way. Oh, it says outside. Yeah, it's definitely outside. It's above, it's above, it's above, it's above. I explained that in the previous episode as well. You give the gray when the monster is on a different level of the map than you are. Like, say I'm down in the caves, it's up on the land surface. If it was up on the land surface and it was in the caves, it'd be grayed out. Yeah, it works like that. So yeah, like, they literally moved greedily because they knew it's their last supper. Like, Monster Hunter Wilds is their last meal, because there are too many people who are going to realize how much this is a Switch 2 running Monster Hunter. This is Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak as it would look on a television, running in handheld mode. You have television mode for Switch 1 running now in handheld mode on the system. I'm thinking if I should capture this thing, I definitely should, because I want to do more in this episode as well. I've got some stuff I want to do here. So I could kill it, but because this is YouTube, I'm skilled enough that I can kill it. Let me word it like that. But slay it. Let me speak more less beastly. Not killing stuff, obviously. Slaying them. They slay dragons. That's literally the accent they chose also for the DLC characters in Rise Sunbreak. They're slaying dragons. You know, you in all the fairy tales, you know, the barbaric communities, war. They speak like that. Dragons, dogmen, and all that shit. But yes, Wells is a disaster. All right. It is because Sony's been a greedy bitch, and I can assure you that is why either they've been saving it for today, which is day 2, as well today at 3 p.m. Is this the 27th? It's 11:53. No, it's in 7 minutes today. It will be today. It's right. But they are going to reveal some stuff for GTA 6 on Netflix. And there's a when it comes to law and I'd say creative in intellectual properties, let me word it like that, right? Like movies, video games, books. EA have been actively, this is a trend that's been going on, a rumor going across the internet about how they're destroying physical books and having EA save them to memory. Like, it's crazy, man. Alright, so I have an unusual quest for you. Yeah, let's go. Hello, Mechanizer 7, an urgent quest awaits you. Your task is to hunt down a large Rakna Kadaki causing a disturbance in the lava caverns. The appearance of this monster is quite concerning as they have never been spotted in this locale before. Ah, right. So this is like beginning gateway to the Sunbreak DLC, because a lot of monsters that do not belong in the vicinity started to move over from El Gordo. El Gordo is the DLC area. This still exists in the base game. This is the base game still, I'd say, because they give updates, stuff like that, and kind of easing you into the DLC. That's what's going on here. All right, so this peculiar occurrence, as well as Minota's strange behaviors of late. Certainly there is a connection, no? In any case, we're counting on you to hunt Rakna Kadaki. Hop to it, hunt of Kamura. Yeah, guy. Alright, so I'm not going to end the episode off just yet. I'm thinking about fighting that thing. I should be able to deal with it quite easily. Alright, so let me just put this up, then get this, and then get this. Then put up these as a raw meat. Alright, and that. Alright, cool. So I'm quite sure, I'm going to be really shocked. I'm going to be surprised if it turns out that they've just been waiting for today to jump the gun. And what I was speaking about though with GTA 6, there's a lot of new laws that are going to just suddenly jump the gun on everyone. There's a lot of new laws that are going to be coming out all of a sudden. A lot of people are going to stop using YouTube as much. They're going to be using streaming services. They're going to find a way to, because I'd say the leaks that have been getting out all over YouTube and stuff, it's going to be crazy what's going to happen soon from now. Hey there, MK907. Guess what just came in for you? That's right, an urgent quest. Woo! What? Something seems off about me? I know it looks that way, but how do I explain it? Yeah, I definitely don't feel like myself. Maybe it's exhaustion? Who knows? A short rest and I'll be back to my old serious pants self. I'll be fine. Now back to this urgent quest, Biz. And that Biz is hunting a Rakna Kadaki. It bobs, it weaves, it's here, it's there, and then suddenly fire everywhere. We're starting to get creative like how it was in, I'd say, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I wonder if that's what they were trying there. Did you get all that? I hope so, because I'm not repeating it. Good luck out there. She knows it's against her personality. She even says it. Alright, so mine 4 times. I just got some optional subquests completed, so I got my, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to be doing before I make it 2, and that could piss off a lot of people. Can't kill it with fire. That's a current urgent quest you can see there in the top right. So yeah, so I've got to use something. I don't even know what its weakness is right off the bat, but I'm going to be doing something really unique here. Save and quit to the title screen. I'm just going to jump over to my, why not, right? Why freaking not? I'm just going to jump over to my main save file and just peep at the board and see what the weakness is. See what I think electric. I think it's electric, but I'm not sure. I definitely have memory for this. So this is going to be one of my biggest, my longest episodes for sure. This isn't plugged in. Was my battery at 50 is fine. So yeah, what am I doing though? This is all I'm doing. So I don't need to. Hunter's notes. Rakna Kadaki is somewhere down here. So yeah, you can see that I actively fought all these. and you can see how much I captured as well. This is so freaking bright. You can see why I turned my brightness down. Alright, so there it is. Alright, so you can see that I got 7 of those hunted. This is the Apex, Amatsu, Guys McGorm, spoiler. Crimson Glow Valstrats, Risen Crimson Glow. I hunted or captured. I hunted 8 of them. You can't capture those. But anyways, the Rakna Kadaki is weak to ice. Holy shit, quite interesting. Fire weak to ice. Alright, as if that makes any sense at all. Alright, so I'm just going to use my ice weapon because I do have an ice weapon. It is weak to thunder and paralysis. I could use that weapon as well, but that is weak as hell. We saw how long I took taking down the Rathalos just now, so I'm going with my ice weapon for sure. Let me just jump back over here, save and quit the title screen, and me load back in, and we get this Rakna Kadaki taken down. Alright, let us take this thing down. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so ice, I'm quite surprised. I was saying thunder and electric as well, and I was correct. Thunder paralysis, electric and paralysis. But the hell? Alright, so yeah, as well, I almost forgot. I've got to upgrade my freaking I've got to upgrade. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff I've got to do here, actually. Wait a minute. I upgraded my armor, yeah, but wait a minute. So the manage equipment, change equipment, kinship talisman, master mounter. What does that do? Makes filling the raiding gauge easier and increases ease of parrying. Oh, okay, so yeah. Kinship. I think this was a bonus for having the save data from, I think, Monster Hunter Stories 2 or some shit. Yeah, then there's the legacy talisman, and yeah, master mounter. So I can equip one of these or some shit. I'm thinking if I shall or not. No, those are like, I'd call that like being a handicapped. So definitely not. But 62 Rathalos. Rathalos is also 62. Wait, if I go here, attack boost. Alright, I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine in that means. So alright. So yeah. Let me turn my audio up quite a bit, and watch it, you fucking. Alright. They're literally playing to the music, right? Yeah, cool to watch. Very cool. Alright, so there's the Meow scenarios. I'm just gonna do a bit right here before I get along with this mission. Yeah, let's turn right back down. I don't know, I should focus it again and then turn it down. There it is. Or I should turn my autofocus, keep my, keep it auto-focusing. Whatever the hell, man. Alright, so by now I should have my items. Take these. Jesus Christ, this is bright as hell. Alright, I think that should be fine. Alright, yeah, I think that's definitely fine. So bargain, this is what I can get so far. Use that. Alright, then the Meow scenarios came back as well. Alright, so can I not as yet? Did I unlock the... Alright, so maybe later down the road, I don't know. There's something I'm possibly missing here. Alright, so get these. I'm just gonna skip those for the sake of the freaking episode. This is so loud, ain't it? Just gonna turn that there and have these go to some new location. Get my materials coming in. Alright, so the most useful for me right now would be some, let's see, Aknasum, hell no. I think Bishaden. I think Bishaden is useful for something. Geratodus actually. So Geratodus, let's go. Alright. So Rakna Kadaki is gonna be a pain in the arse. Alright, this is gonna be painful as hell, man. This is gonna be annoying. So I'm gonna be seeing how well I could handle this. If I faint, especially, I'm gonna be doing a lot more to maybe upgrade, because just think about it, right? What I showed you here earlier with the armors, alright? The upgrading, right? The black belt, this is one of the bonus armors that we've been given for, this is one of the bonus armors that the game gives you for, you know, getting you through the beginning aspect of the game. And this is the maximum right now for my freaking Zinogre armor in high rank. This is a high rank high rank armor set. And the low rank Zinogre, who gives a shit about that right now, right? Who gives a shit about that? So these are 66. This is base 66. I'm gonna think about using this and upgrading it. I'm thinking about it. All right. If I have issues right now with Rakna Kadaki. So let's go. Ah, fuck you. I don't see the game does that shit. I don't see why. This looks terrible all of a sudden, man. Oh my god, there we go. So I've gotta leave this on autofocus, and yeah, keep the brightness down. Alright, I think that's better. Alright, so can't kill the fire, gotta read this then. Guildmaster Hojo, Rakna Kadaki inhibit a select few regions, and yet one has just been sighted in the lava caverns. I just don't get it. All of this strange activity around the region, and now Minato is acting strange as well. Alright, so I think more than likely I'm gonna get a cutscene here. If I don't, I'm shocked. Like, if every monster is supposed to have a cutscene, and you know just how the system works. So I'm going to turn my volume up and shut the hell up for this one. And then we're going to, yeah. Wandering Widow, Rakna Kadaki. So this is gonna be fun, I guess. Oh, holy shit, this is gonna be fun, I guess. Man, this is ugly. This is ugly. Alright, I'm gonna turn my brightness up to just so that I can see what I'm really looking at here. I think that's fine. Hopefully it is, because this is gonna be a really dark area, and so I just grab those, run back here. It's gonna be worth it in the future, trust me. Cleansers, holy shit, I got cleansers. I wasn't able to like craft the cleansers. I didn't have the materials needed for those. So then I just go here. Yeah. Jump here. I guess Monster Hunter is very repetitive too, and a lot of like there's a lot of people who might not see it to invest entirely in this in Monster Hunter. I just hope the series is fine because these people weren't using the noggin I think enough at all. I've got to, oh yeah, I've got to turn my audio back down. Cause yeah, I just turned it up for the cutscene. So yeah, I'm quite sure Monster Hunter is in trouble, man. Like serious trouble. Oh god, this looks terrible. Like terrible. Alright, so let me just this camera is being a total bitch. I don't know if is I needed to clean my camera, like the lens. I needed to clean the lens or something. But I think that's what it is. Or is the fact that the entire time right now the outside light for the house is on, and that could be affecting the, yeah, usually it's off and I get total proper darkness in here. It's definitely messing my camera quality, leaving the light on outside and all that shit. So the family. So it's an unknown monster. As I explained earlier in this episode, I really do need to get my spirit birds. The very thing that killed Monster Hunter Rise. This spirit bird shit. There's a spirit bird. There's a so there is a petalase, because that's what gives the hunter the ability to, gain powders and powers from these spirit birds, right? There's a petalase that it literally attracts a random spirit bird to you every few seconds, I think, something like that. But I don't like the stats on it. I don't like what it does to your health. And, when they give you an advantage like that, they kind of look for something to take down. They don't make everything too easy. So I still never use it. That's why I'm not using it. A lot of people say that there's something he can use, that and say he's an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. You're a freaking idiot, because it doesn't give as much advantage. I think yes, the spirit birds arrive, but your literal base stats are like way worse, and then it makes no sense. Like only a dumbass would use it, because it's like yes, it's giving you spirit birds, but you're somehow too dumb to realize that if your base stats aren't any good, like it makes no difference. It makes no sense. It's like, yeah, you get the spirit birds faster, but what? Your health is way lower, your attack is way lower, man. To hell with that shit. To hell with that shit. To hell with that shit. Alright, so going over here, this brush, whatever this is. Alright. Come on, puppy, let's go, let's go, let's go. I think I've got some freak outside my house, man. Like, something's going on. Whatever's. But, yeah, so Monster Hunter Wales is probably in danger, man. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but I think either there's something really massive, like, that is going to please a lot of people, about to be, I'd say, announced today at Gamescom. Let me just say that. Or people are going to realize that, the gaming industry made a big mistake with Wales. Wales was not supposed to be out yet. Monster Hunter Wales is literally a freaking experiment that greedy as fuck Sony PlayStation went along with, because hey, money. They were, I'd say, milking off of companies that do not even belong to them. These are games that can easily. There's a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is now being developed for freaking Nintendo Switch 2. So bye bye Sony. A lot of people are just gonna, Jesus Christ, why does it look like this, man? Why does it look like this? Light outside my house is just bright, man. Anyway, is that my outside light? What ifs? What ifs? All right, so let's see here. So I'm just trying to get my spirit birds collected, get my stats up before fighting this thing, and I'm gonna decimate this piece of shit. No worries, we're gonna be fine. No worries here. This hunt is gonna be cool, good and dandy. So let's see. Jesus, man, come on, back this way, right? So that's hilarious, actually. Like, you can actually run around that freaking stalactite, stalagmite, whatever it is, just a piece of the cave. Yeah, just a few here. This game is annoying as hell, to be honest, though. The fact that I've got to do this shit, fucking annoying. Every hunt, ridiculous. All right, so best route from here would be. All right, let's see. We've got a lot of witches on this island that I live on as well, this Barbados, and I guess this probably this mission that I'm doing is direct gateway into the DLC, and some motherfucker is outside my house being a malicious bitch, like literally right now. So the dogs outside, my neighbors' dogs are like getting on oddly weird. I've got a sensor light outside my house, and I think it's activating. So I don't know. That's why I'm just saying, you know, I'm doing this, and I'm still as if I'm being a bit more quiet, and yeah, so these people are weird as fuck, man. Like, this is one of the weirdest places on the planet, I could assure you. Alright? This island is weird as hell. These people are... you know, like, and the reason they get away with it is because, like, I'm not a racist at all, but I'm a realist is what you call it. And the reason that they get away with it is because this is an island that is like, I easily say 90, it used to be like 96%, 98%. This island is 90% black populated, so it's mostly black people. And you know how it is. Anytime you tell a black person anything, is like, oh, instantly, you're a racist, and that's your so they never improve themselves. And alright, they're just the term they use around here, the term Bajans, Barbadians use is bad-minded. They're very negative-minded, very malicious, very spiteful, evil-minded people, and like, you know, I'm just playing a game and I'm trying to get it completed for DLC content, get it recorded for whatever reason. My camera is never this blurry without being able to focus. All right, so let me just, wait a minute, let me just turn my brightness up, see if that helps. Because if the brightness coming through my window is all of a sudden way more than the screen that I have in front here being recorded, it's going to cause it to look blurry, right? So a lot more light is coming in from my window all of a sudden. So I'd like to know what the fuck is going on out there. Let me focus this again, that it has the base focus, and do this. Yeah. So this is blurry as fuck. Still struggling. Alright, there is Rakna Kadaki. I don't know if I should do this or not, but I'm gonna have my brightness turned up. I'm gonna focus this again, turn it down, see if I could get this to like balance as much as possible. So yeah, my energy bar is high enough. Let me just use this Weldon stake. I don't know if it saw me yet. Did it move? I think it saw me. It saw me and it ran away like a fucking bitch. Piece of shit, get back here. Alright, let's go slay this thing. I'm gonna capture it, actually. Capture this bitch. Alright, see what I get from this. So, inflammable coal, volatile coal. Yeah, that's gonna help, you know, slow my energy decline as I fight this thing. I don't know if the game is getting brighter. I don't know if that's something that, yeah. I wonder if it's just, I'd say, like, promotional gymnastics. Like, the game is slightly different when you're getting like, into, more fancy, the DLC section of the game. A lot could be going on right now. Hell no. I don't know, man. But oh, I'm quite sure my light was just on. The outside light was on outside. So something is up. Alright, shit. Avoid that. You bitch. I did not change my weapon. No, the thing about this game, right? I forgot to change my weapon, but I could easily go back to my camp and just change my weapon in there, right? Oh my god, this weapon is so freaking weak. This could be an issue. This thing's weakness is ice for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. I'm running and seeing if I get my, because this is going to take way too long to kill. This is actively a rank 7 monster. This is the last ranking in the game. In the base game, I'd say, if it can still see me. Oh, no, it can't. So, yeah, there we go. I've got to find my way back to this thing, but it's definitely going to be worth it because I need that damage output. Holy shit. I need that damage output. This looks terrible, man. I don't like it, man. Oh my god. Camera's being weird. Alright, so item box, manage equipment. I'm gonna change this to my ice weapon. As you're wanting it. I've got way more power and it is ice. So this is gonna be very useful. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go. Come on, buddy. So wherever the hell is this thing? So on the map, because it could have moved whilst I was, you know, like sorting my items out. There's a base that I could unlock further in, but I'm going to do that somewhere down the line. Maybe just do an expedition, an episode of me doing like extra stuff and you know, unlocking the bases and stuff, finding them. Like, but as for now, all I can really do is focus on trying to freaking slay this thing. That's my focus right here. Alright. Yeah, there's the lighthouse site again. But I've got my brightness down, so I don't think it should cause that much of a glare. Got you, bitch. Oh, look at the damage. There it is. Look at the damage now. A major difference, right? The 20s and stuff. So let me just fully focus here, man. And speak whilst playing, whilst focusing. But yeah. Oh, something flew over, man. That's, oh shit. Oh, these pieces of shit. Alright, nah, I'm funny. I was thinking, oh, holy shit, is Rathalos? Oh god. Because if I get hit by Rathalos directly and then get hit by this thing after, I think I might actually, you know, suffer a faint or some shit. So you gotta watch your environment, watch the map, watch the monsters that are out there. And, you know, as the ranks go up, of course, the game is going to get way more difficult with it, right? Alright. And just watching out for that shit. Nah. Oh, God. Alright, so yeah, got this in the bag for sure. I don't see this giving me too much trouble, like, from the get-go. Yeah, this Rakna Kadaki is, you know, rather easy. Maybe player Rakna Kadaki, the form after this, the full-fledged fire Rakna Kadaki is a bit more dangerous, but this is a breeze, man. This is a freaking breeze. Alright, got it. I think, oh shit, I thought I did. Ah, shit. Ah, good. Get some body parts damaged, all cracked up, bitch. Ah, still was able to hit me from that distance. No freaking way. Come on, puppy. Come on. Quit playing the Arsenal. Alright. I definitely need the wire bug. Pick it up. Over this way, get out this thing's way. And get you some damage, bitch. Alright, that's it. Looking good. Avoid that. Trying to grown pony with its own children. This soul beard bitch. It got a nest in its back and it's trying to hit me with it. You weird as fuck. Alright. Combos. Combos. Come on. Gotcha. I knew it. Fought this thing many a time already, right? Experience. Just experience. And it's gonna be running away there, the usual. Alright, so I just, you know, heal, sharpen. It's gonna be worth it because this thing does not, like, I think it reaches a rage point. Like, monsters are really they put a lot into this freaking game, man. So when it hits rage point, it's gonna be a full bitch. So just making sure that my health is back up, and I have my weapon at peak sharpness. What? Ooh, because I'm fighting with this. I think you can see how this is its weakness, because its body is not like fire elemental. It's like web, and if you freeze web instantly breaks. It loses its like atomic structure like completely. You could just break it apart. So I guess it makes sense. This thing's body is protected mostly by web, and if you're like constantly freezing it with ice, then it makes sense that its weakness is ice. I guess it makes a lot of freaking sense. But I was saying, you know, it breathes fire and stuff. Like, no, its body is web and it just breathes fire. So its body is not fair. Alright, come on, man. A quality Rakna Kadaki silk. I could do this. Quality Rakna Kadaki silk, a garb woven from this silk is sure to cushion any blow. Ah. Ooh, I barely dodged that, bitch. Ah, shit. Ooh, reflexes. That was cool, wasn't it? Dang shitty 2007 looking camera. Why is it behaving like this? Oh fuck. No. I gotta heal. Yeah, I've gotta heal. Oh my god, this is bad. Heal. Get this fire off me. Alright, there's it again. Get above that. And just, yeah. So I'm focusing more, and I don't know if you could have even heard me just now if it was close enough to the mic. Ah, you bitch. You fucking bitch. Shit. Thanks. So that dive gives you a brief moment of vulnerability, like invulnerability, immunity from moves. So if I didn't know how to do the dive and it wasn't fast enough, I think I would have been like close to fainting right there, because this thing is in rage mode right now. This is it, guys and gals. This is rage mode. This thing ain't gonna let up. I think it does another, or that's a dive. Similar. Let me see if I can damage this nest. See if we can get this nest damage here. Alright, let me just aim for the nest mostly. Yeah. Come on. Oh fuck, that was a lash. I think it's gonna do a pong. No, yeah, I was right. Oh no, I thought so. Yeah, there it is. Grung pong. Come on. Come on, man. Ooh, that was a close one, right? One of the webs almost got me. Ah, shit. Oh, I wasn't in the way. Luckily. That was potential damage there, too. Alright. Rakna, you piece of shit, man. Just hurry up and die, you piece of shit. Oh. As soon as I said that, I think I broke one of the first layers of the webbing just now. That's what that was. Yeah, so you can see the webbing on the legs now are looking like really loose. Yeah. The player Rakna Kadaki spits the web, and then like this, it's gonna have oil on it, so then it just ignites the web. Like if you're in the web, you instantly get blasted. Like it's cruel, man. The Rakna Kadaki one. This one is a lot easier on the hunter for sure. All right, so let me just sharpen, get this health back up in case I get a mount. That's gonna be useful. That extra wire bug, and yeah, obviously healing, and hopefully I get some more volatile coal. Yeah, there we go. How they just do that, huh? How they do that? Nah. If you've ever heard about law of attraction, mind works and stuff, you know, that thing is powerful though. So just as you can use that for good, a lot of people were trying to use it for bad recently. Oh Jesus Christ! Like, yeah. So what you do, you raid in the monster, and you want to use the other monster's target just so you can get damage off on whatever you are currently, instead of, you know, press Y, bump the monster into it, and you could actively, literally, instantly swap them. So now I could actually damage the Rakna Kadaki instead of having to waste time just doing a fight for nothing, attacking something that is not my target. So I swap monsters that you can swap monsters by just lunging into them. I could have gotten the move off and stuff, but you know, I've got my reasons. Keep that around here. Then this, and it's gonna, right, it's gonna damage these shit. Damage me too. Fuck. Oh god. Gotta heal. Gotta heal. Alright, I think I'm fine. I don't know if the cat was using the So right, that was a good amount of damage off on the Rakna Kadaki carapace, a spike that is charming curve, using weapons as well as for decoration. Alright, so there's still a material down here. Like, watch your fat arse, please. That's a poisonous mist. Don't want to get you know, you don't want to get ahead of that shit. Alright, it's digging onto to you know, rush up from the dirt and attack me. So let's just keep running. It is right above here. And alright, easy ration. Alright, easy ration. Use this this first aid med in case the other one is ready to run out. Aha, gotcha, bitch. Come on. Come on. Also, Noah's trying to like protect the nest with extra webbing. No, you're doing what you should have been doing all along. So I guess maybe as like a kind of plot reference, the monster only learns to after fighting a human hunter. I guess that's what it is. Protecting the eggs, are you? Now you realize that I've been actively killing them. Alright, shit, I shouldn't have been doing that there. I should have been beating and then doing the dive attack. Alright, so the web is off. And any remaining web it had inside is then using it to try to like cushion the nest. Kinda cool. Let me get a VA from that. Good. It's gonna be doing it again, but stepping forward while it's doing it. Oh my god, it's still whole. Calculating this damage, you should be dead, man. You should be freaking dead. Yeah, and then a slap. And then that. Alright, so now I've got I'm out of the freaking first aid, so now I've got to use my... It's angry, of course it is. Ah, shit. Alright. Got him. Ah, sweet. I'm trying my best. This is like, I'm like 24 minutes in after hour and an hour and 24 minutes in, and look at this shit, man. Still fighting this thing. So this is not gonna be easy, alright? Master rank is gonna be hell. Because this is 7. This is not master rank. This is oh fuck. Forgot about that. Luckily the cat was right there to like, you know, cut me out of it. Uh-huh. Just go down, man. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Come on. Alright, this is time consuming. Quite time consuming. So whetstones. This is gonna be a big episode for sure. This might take a while, like when I'm actively uploading this shit. I could see this taking a while. Whoa! Alright, so fuck you. I'm after this. Alright, let me get these. Always useful, right? Like Dragonite ores and stuff. Sometimes they use when upgrading like weapons, armors. Yeah, you get the gist. So you see some, just take a second or two to just freaking collect them. You will regret not doing that later in the game. Oh no, this is rage mode now. Alright, so I gotta speed up my actions quite a lot, or I'm screwed, literally. Alright, so get this. Ha! You bitch! Alright. Oh fuck, I knew it. Like I was out of stamina, I was out of energy at that point, so the hunter was just like trying to catch breath. That's literally how you word it. Jesus, looking to. This thing is a freak. Ah! Got you. You think you're good with this thing, and then it starts doing the rage mode attacks, and you're like, holy shit, like it catches a lot of people off guard. Well, because I freaking played the game already. Oh god, no. This stamina being short is like beginning to be a problem for me, man. Like I'm too accustomed to like being further in the game already, and like having like either abilities and or like decorations that like slow my further in the game. You unlock the ability to use to bring other hunters with you on a hunt, right? And if you use Hinoa and Minato, Hinoa like actively heals you and stuff, and Minato, you can see it as handicap, but like when you're in master rank, all the help is needed. You'll see. Hinoa heals you once in a while, and Minato uses the hunting horn, and she gives you defense buffs, attack buffs, slows down the use of your energy gauge, so like you keep your energy whilst attacking and stuff like way longer. And I got too accustomed to that, like in almost every mission I just use those. Alright, so yeah, like that's why I'm claiming that I'm pro and still running out of stamina here. And stuff like that. I don't know if this makes you a better hunter or not. Relying on other hunters definitely does not. Yeah. Oh my god, no way. You fucking bitch. Alright, let me just. That is going. Yep. You took so much time, puppy. I could have been dead there, you piece of shit. It's stepping forward, so I've gotta, yeah. Luckily, it was still out of the VA. It could have been hit by that second blast. Ah, shit. Let me get this. Luckily, it was out of the VA. And come on. A freaking half hour in, almost 2 hours. No, come on, bitch. Come the fuck on, man. I don't want a 2-hour episode. Ah. Come on. Jesus Christ, man. Wait. Alright, so no very I'm quite sure this is one of the monsters in the game that they just prolong the health so that it ends up being a dramatic hunt no matter what. But I'm quite sure this should be dead already. Rank 7 or not, this thing should be dead. Come on. Where are you going? Alright, so so sharpening. I need this to keep my energy bar up. Use these. Speed run over here. I was supposed to be a monk, but when a monster, I saw it happening recently. When a monster is only just realizing that you're there to stop you from being able to mount it. Shit. Alright, come on. There we go, that's another one. Ah, you bitch, you bitch, you bitch. Take damage, bitch. Alright, so the leg blocks you in the way. That's how I got hit a few times then. Because I was actively trying to dodge out the way, but the leg was, the leg stops you from being able, unless you know the angle to dodge from, you end up being blocked by the leg and the fire just ends up, freeing your tail. Alright, gotcha. Ah, there it is, capturing your arse, and this is done. Alright, so, where is it, right? This just only changed locale, so I think this is it for sure. I don't think it's going to be running from here. So, that, then 2 of those, done. So, gateway to rank 7. Rank 7 is the final rank now. So, just see what the monsters are and plan from here. Alright. I'm not fighting another monster for this episode. You can see probably by the time, the remaining time of the episode. But definitely, yeah, just gonna be doing some planning and seeing where I've got to go from here. If I can get this Rakna Kadaki armor off screen, of course. And yeah, so Rakna Kadaki, Rasta. Kadaki. Whatever the hell, I don't know. Yeah. Ah, you're back, MK907. One of our researchers was saying that Rakna Kadaki was acting the same as other monsters under Ibushi's influence. But I thought the Bin Serpent tucked tail and ran off. If Ibushi's out of the picture, what's causing this mess? Something ain't right. It's almost as if there's a second rampage brewing. Where is my queen? Where is my queen? That is what Hinoa heard when resonating with Ibushi. Even with this lead, we were getting nowhere. That is, until now. We have discovered what this queen is, or rather, Minoto has. Yes, for better or worse, it looks like Minoto also has the gift of resonating with monsters. That's what he said. Yes, for better or worse, it looks like Minoto also has a gift of resonating with monsters. And with this new information, the guild has confirmed that this queen is an elder dragon. And its name is Thunder Serpent Narwa. If we're ever going to stop the rampage and free Kamura from this calamity, we need to slay this fiend. We have all of our scouts out searching for all of the Thunder Serpent. It won't take us long to locate it. And when that happens, the final battle will be yours to fight, MK907. Until then, please continue to accept quests from Minato. 7-star quests are available now, so hop to it. Alright, there we go. So 7 stars unlocked. This is the final before the game begins to... So this is Resonance. What do you want, kitty cat? Hey, Organizer 7. Welcome. I've got something sweet to tell you. Kagura's fiddling with them. Oh, shit. What else? So the melting pot got upgraded, little guy? Thanks. Alright, what's wrong, Organizer 7? You've quite the long face today. Huh? Are you worried about me resonating with Thunder Serpent Narwa? I appreciate your concern. It was the first time I'd experienced it, so I apologize for my reaction, but you needn't worry. The constant stream of thoughts can be distracting, but I forget about it because I'm so glad to have the same power as Inoa. Enough about me. I have new quests for you. You are now able to accept 7-star quests. Have a look when you're ready. I have almost pinpointed Thunder Serpent Narwa's location using our connection. We will surely find it soon. So it's Thunder Serpent, Narwa next, and then there's the All Mother or something like that. Yeah. So let me just reassign those. So 7 is unlocked. I'm going to be beginning 7-star. Ah, sweet. So there's the Gossarag, Magnamalo. I could deal with Magnamalo quite easily, no problem with that. Almudron, Diablos. Diablos is no issue for me either. I'm quite good with Diablos. Diablos, Tigrets, I did not fight Tigrets in the village quest. So I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to do is, and this could piss off a lot of people like I said, but the next episode I'm going to be going back to the village quest and every monster just to get all those cutscenes out the way. And I have high rank armor and high rank weapons, so I'm going to be using the defender weapon, and I'm just going to be cleaning through in one episode. I could do like 4 or 5 monsters, so that's going to be interesting to watch, I guess. But I'm definitely going to clean through the village quest in the next episode. Then I'll get around to these. All right, so just so that when I finish this, I could go to master rank and not have to worry about, you know, looking for those cutscenes later down the road. Or I could just go through these, go to master rank, and after I get myself acquainted with some good enough master rank armor and weapon, just go back to the village and you know, clean through the monsters. That, yeah, I think in fact that's what I'm going to do for sure. I'm actively planning right here and thinking about what I should be doing. Alright, so yeah, I'm definitely going to just go ahead with the 7-star next episode. And yeah, so later in the future, after reaching master rank, I'm going to be going back to the village and the village quest and you know, unlocking all those cutscenes. But for right now, that is it. I am just going to, you know, peek at the... Alright, so let me see what I have here in the move around village. Alright, so someone is speaking to me at the village entrance. Let's see what that is. Then, oh, Jesus, some of the annoying quests. Check this out. The new Only But a Dango Magma Toasted until crunchy. Pretty snazzy, right? It's the new baking method I'm trying out to make my dango recipes even tastier. But then I heard that Marshmallow and Rathalos having a standoff in the lava... Wait, what? In the lava caverns. I'd probably get burned to crisp if I went there. Not to mention my poor Bunny Dango, too. Could you please help me out, please? Do it for the Bunny Dango. Oh, Magnamalo, Marshmallow, and Rathalos. Rathalos, nice. Nice. So that's a high rank mission request, 7 rank, 7-star. Alright, so first is independent study of the melting pot, yada yada yada. New talismans and stuff could be created. Thank you. What's he say? I have an important matter to discuss. Okay. Come on, good. It took some help from Nakago and the others, but now we can now forge more kinds of decorations for you. You'll be faced with some grueling hunts from here on, I'm sure. Make sure your gear doesn't leave you lacking. Alright, thank you. And yeah, think you can lend me a hand? What's this? Alright, hey, yeah, things Parliament's doing. I was talking to the buddy Smithies, and it looks like they're really obsessed with forging Parliament equipment now. They're so excited about learning and trying something new, no doubt that Master Hamon's enthusiasm has rubbed off on them. They keep nudging me every time I go over there. Like, hey, does MK907 need anything? I think you can help them out, and of course, you helping them helps me. I'll even throw in a little reward for your trouble. How about it? So, forge 20 pieces of Palamute equipment. Speaking of, thank you, guy. That's what I kept forgetting to do because I'm focusing just on my armors and stuff. Oh, and can I realize like whilst I was chaining, I just want to do it on screen. Whilst I was chaining the Zinogre hunts, like my Palamute was fainting too easily. Just one little hit. This thing has base game armor. I never built something for that. I'm going to do that right now. Oh, I'm Kenners 7. Hey, listen. Guess what? We've reworked the recipes. Okay, good. Thanks. So more graded bunny dangle. Whoa. How exciting. Sarcasm. They should have easily just made a freaking, what? Dependable as ever, so it gets tickets from you for like just completing that mission before guild tickets. I think they're used for like armors and different things and weapons too. So what does he see? Hey, get a load of this. And more decorations. Right. So I'm gonna go on over here to the Buddy Smithy Forge Palico. I'm going to be making something for both of them, and I more than likely have, because they use scraps. These don't use the actual. If you forge something for the hunter, it creates scraps, like just leftover pieces, and you could use those for the cat, the dog. I've definitely got enough scraps then for at least Zinogre, so I'm going to be giving them the Zinogre outfits, both of them. Although the dog is still going to look like the Velcana, and I'm thinking about removing that until they get into DLC. I'm going to remove that and actually just put on the leave it that you can actually see this. Insufficient scraps. This allows you trading for scraps. This option allows you to turn some monster materials into scraps. Select unneeded materials to hand over to the buddy Smithy, and they will trade you an equivalent amount of scraps. If you've got extra materials sitting around, why not turn them into buddy gear? All right, so yeah, exit tutorial. So I have, all right, how much do I need? So this needs 2, 1, and 1, so that's 4, right? Yeah, so I need 4, and I'm just going to use these. Yeah, these. Good. All right, so craft those, equip, craft those, equip, craft those, equip. So you should be a lot better now in defense, buddy. And I'm going to be taking this off. So let me go over here and manage layered armor settings. Change layered armor for you, Odie. And oh god, I'm just yeah, let me just take those off. And now this is like base game at Palamute with the, yeah, I've got my reason. These wings are getting dang annoying, man. Always blocking the cam, always blocking the hunter. And like when you look at when you usually get in here, I just want to show how gorgeous this is. When you get in here and you look like from the angle of the sunlight, you can see how gorgeous these things are. Let me see if we can get a proper focus and then a turn down lock. Like look at it, man. Amazing. All right, so yeah, so the next episode oh yeah, the hunter. Oh my god. All right, so let me see what I can get here. My armor now. So let's see, I can make at least 2 parts, and it's 66 from base. Quite interesting. Nice. So this is base 66, weak to water, electric, everything else is decent. So water and thunder. All right, so let's go over here, peep at the just to make sure that I'm good with that. And let's see, water and electric. Nah, we're definitely fine. I am going to be fine. Beat to electric, and I've got to be hunting Rajang. I don't know, like I don't know, man. It's gonna be weak to ice. I could easily skip that, but I don't think that's gonna be an issue for me. This thing Gossarig is deadly as hell. All right, like this is one of the strongest monsters in the game, easily. I'd say. I don't know why my camera is struggling so much with the I'm thinking about it, man. I'm gonna do it because it's a stronger armor for sure. And I'm actively, just as I equip, like, what's the sense in making a freaking armor and not using it and not upgrading it, and then actively upgrading it right away. So let's see, that is 80 each. So I'm gonna use this 2, 3. There we go. All right. So I'm out of it again just after building that Xenoga outfit. So I'm like apart this and apart that again. But I'm definitely going to chain that Rakna Kadaki off screen. So that's what I'm going to be doing off screen. And then I'm going to be taking these on in the next episode. So if you enjoyed, leave a like. If you found this interesting, leave a like, comment, and or hit that subscribe button, as well as yeah. So that, if that says subscribe still yet, because it really should be saying follow. All you'll be doing is following my channel. You'll be notified in your notification section of whatever device and or PC. You'll be notified of my uploads and or posts. So yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever and wherever you are watching this. Thank you for watching. This has been Mr. Pokemon 907. Alright. Until next upload. Laters.